welcome back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. If today is your first time seeing me on this channel, my name is Charles Senji. I'm a tax consultant and ambassador of our farming. So here on this channel, we talk about farming in Ghana. So I know most of you joined my channel based on the catfish video I did. For those of you who have not watched, you should check the description site. There will be the link there. And also check on top of it, you see the catfish video there. And from that video, I get a lot of subscribers. The channel grew significantly, but unfortunately, I didn't give you constant videos on catfish. So today, I'm here to surprise you guys with a brand new video on catfish. I believe most of you are interested in getting into the business of catfish. Most of you want to start and know how best you can also get involved in it, because it's a very emerging market here in Ghana. Now most people are getting involved in it, and that's lucrative as well. So in today, specifically, I'm at Teshi. I'm at around the Teshi Dungwa area specifically. I'm here to look at catfish farming. I'm here to visit Mr. Emmanuel to look at his catfish farm, to educate us how best you can start getting involved into it, what you can also do, and also start catfish. So from the previous video to this catfish farm, which is also in this house, the whole setup you are seeing here, me in between them, the other ones that I'll show you in the video, everything is right in this house. And trust me, if you see the amazing stuff he's doing, you guys will be blown away. So stick and stay and make sure you watch this video. As you can see in front of me, I'm here with a smoked catfish. We would learn about it, we will know how best. So those who don't know, if you are probably in other countries and stuff that are used to the normal raw eating of catfish, here in Ghana, mostly people prefer the smoked ones. And as you can see, these are smoked catfish, freshly made from his farm, right from the farm, and they were smoked. And there are already markets for it, is about to sell them off. So yeah, stick and stay as we learn about catfish farming. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe. Put your notification on to get regular updates as I when I drop a new video. And please, kindly like this video for me. I'm looking at 1,000 likes on this video. Kindly like it so YouTube gets to promote it to other people, for all of us to learn and get to share knowledge about catfish farming. And don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know what your take on it. Any question you want to ask to, I'll be willing to and able to help. Mr. Emmanuel that I'm about to interview to will be also glad to also assist with the video. So yeah, I see I'm talking too much. Let's just get straight into the video so we get to learn about catfish. Alright, let's get to the video. I'm here with Mr. Emmanuel and I'm here to look at his catfish farm. As I introduced him to you earlier, we are here to talk about catfish farming. And Mr. Emmanuel seems to have much knowledge about it. He's here to talk to us and explain some of this, what he does in the catfish business with us. So Mr. Emmanuel, if you can introduce yourself to my viewers, I think.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel Chibwe, CEO of Water Growth Fisheries Limited.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, the whole catfish business, how did this start for you?
Okay, so sometime last year, around February, thereabout, we decided to go into catfish farming after we did some research. Having worked in the investment banking space for a couple of years, and knowing the need to always diversify when it comes to investment. After we did the research, we looked at various areas, we realized that catfish was one of the key things that we needed to bring on board. So we started by first of all going for training because we didn't want a situation where it would be like a try and error kind of thing. We went for training from one of the very experienced catfish farmers. Actually, one of the very few people who brought catfish farming to Ghana.
Okay.
We did the training. He assisted with the setup, and as usual, during those early days, whenever I needed any help, you just go back and you get the needed assistance. That, I must say, was very, very helpful because even after the training, we kept still trying to understand it a bit more by reading around, watching videos and what have you. We realized that some people were having problems, especially those who started. Yeah, they were having problem, and the problem was mainly because they didn't really take their time to to understand what it entails. They thought that you could just watch videos or you could just go on the internet, read something and just go and do it. And even as we speak, people still do that. So what I've done is to take upon myself to offer whatever assistance I can. So sometimes I go on various social media platforms and help people understand what it is, resolve their issues and all those things. But I still insist that they go for someone to actually train them. They need someone to guide them in that business. Because you can't just go on the internet and pick something and think that it is that easy. Yes, it may seem that easy because catfish is that type of fish that is stronger compared to like tilapia, for instance. So you may see someone doing catfish farming and you think that, oh, you can also just do it. As we are yet to find out, we realize that we are even doing this in a residential area. So someone may see some of this sort of thing, so I can also do the same thing in my house, which yes you can. But then if you don't know what goes into it, then we end up messing up. So we found the need to actually go in for training, and this actually helped our business.
Okay, so is it that you offer some of the training yourself, or you intend doing some, or where can those who are interested in getting into the catfish,
okay,
where can you assist them to get the trainings that
okay. We've not done any official training, like organizing one that people come in to do that. What I've done is like maybe one-on-one kind of, where someone contacts you and say, oh, I want to do this, or these are the problems I have, how do I go about it, and all those things. And we do that. We help people understand and also to resolve their issues. Yes, the plans are far advanced to organize one that can get more people to come in, so we can take them through the nitty-gritty of catfish farming. We're almost there. We should be seeing that adverts coming out soon, and also the actual training. So we're just trying to tie some few things and roll that out, so at least other people can also get to understand what it is. It's very important that we all go for training whenever we want to start some business. You see, people or some people may think that, look, oh, I've seen the video, it's easy to do. Fair enough. They forget that this is quite capital intensive. It involves a lot of money, especially if you want to do it on a big scale. Now, if you do the costing, the setup costing, right, you realize that it's far better, it's wiser for you to actually get training before you go into it. Because how much will it cost you to go for training compared to the cost that you sink into it? I've seen instances where someone can stock about 1,000 fingerlings, right? And within just a few days, they lose almost half or even more than half of that. And in Ghana, for instance, if you're buying, let's say, a fingerling for about 1 cedi, right? Then you bought 1,000 and you're losing about 500 of that. You could have probably gotten some form of training, right? By paying something small, which would have resulted in or prevented you losing those fingerlings, right? And the other side of it is that once you get a training, you're in a better position to avoid certain things. You get it, because look, if you have to do the try and error, okay, you bought it, you lost them, or you say, I'll do it again. You do it again, you're likely to repeat the same mistake, right? But if you went for the training, you would have known that you don't do this, you do this, and all those things. Besides that, whenever you need any assistance, you have a reliable source you can go to. Someone who can always guide you, someone who is experienced it, not someone who is just read it. You get it. So training is very, very, very important. And I'll always encourage whoever wants to go into any kind of business, not only catfish, to always first of all go for training. Identify someone who really knows what he or she is doing before you venture into it. It will go a long way to save your business. Without it, you can actually come down crashing in no time.
So let's go back a bit. We'll come back to this conversation. So you made mention earlier that you're into the investment banking.
Yeah, sure.
And later you moved to Catfish.
That's right.
What would you say was the driving force? Because as an investment banker, you are used to the normal 8 to 5 work or like that kind of business.
That's right.
So what motivated you? Okay, let me just look at this business of Catfish. Or let me just get into farming itself before narrowing yourself down to Catfish. What was that drive? What made that decision?
Well, the truth is, some of us have always loved to do things that are very practical. And having read around and all those things, I believe that look, you shouldn't always, or you shouldn't have just one source of income. As you grow, responsibilities increase, you should try to diversify. In recent past, we saw clean up in the financial space, where a lot of people lost their jobs. Even those that didn't lose their jobs, they suffered in one way or the other. Probably your salary or whatever package has been reduced and all those kind of things. The question is, for how long will you continue to rely on this one source? For how long will you continue to work for someone? You get it? Yeah. So I looked at it and I thought that look, it's very important that at least I venture into other things. I've always loved to do agriculture, right? So when we did the research, we realized that look, Catfish is one of the areas that you could make so much in terms of a return on investment. You look at the time that goes into it, what it is that you can actually get out of it. It makes a lot of sense to actually venture into that farming. So to diversify or to increase my sources of income, we then thought that look, let's start with Catfish farming. We actually intend going to other areas, but that will be informed by the return on investment. You get it, and we don't just jump because maybe some people are doing all sort of, they say, oh, these people are doing rabbitry, these people are doing this, that, they just jump into it. So we always want to look at the numbers, make sense of it, and then make an informed decision.
But I asked because normally there are people who work and they feel not like they are comfortable, but that's what they do, and they're looking at that option of farming or agriculture in that sense. So normally people watch some of these videos and think, oh, probably doing it might be that complex to do it together with their work, or probably getting someone to also try and get involved in it. Not looking at that space itself. That's what I was asking.
Okay, well, what we've actually done is to get people to help us. Okay. Get it. Because it's quite involving, right? Unless you don't want to do it well. But if you want to do it well, you are likely to use your hands to help you, right? As you go along, I'll introduce you to some of the people who help you with fun. And I must say they've really done well, because it's not only about feeding, it's not only about changing water. You need to observe them very well. You need to keep sorting them, making sure that the biosecurity is in order. You get it? Because if you don't take some of these things into account, we are likely to have issues. So I don't do it all by myself. I couldn't have done that. So I had to actually bring some few people on board to help run the farm. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know, I'll show you guys around, but the whole setup is in his house. It's not that he has found any big space anywhere to go about the whole thing.
Right.
But some of these things, there's a perception. Let's say people want to get into farming. They think they have to get a land or something to do some of these things. Yes, probably with other type of farming you can do it. You don't need a bigger space that much. Probably your house, you have a nice setup there that you can also go about it. So I'll show you guys around, but we're just having a conversation and later we'll check the farm out. So the next question I would want to know, which is, some people are watching and they want to start.
Okay.
They want to know how much you started with.
Okay.
Yes, basically how much you started with, how the setup, everything, how much did it cost to begin the whole thing?
Okay, well, based on what we're looking at doing, We just didn't want to start with one tank, like a small tank, those kind of white tanks or whatever. Or we didn't have probably some, I don't know how to, like something that forms like a septic. We didn't have that and all those things. So we looked at it, and as usual, looking at the numbers, right, we didn't want to also have a setup that when you look at the cost that goes into it, and maybe what can come out of it, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So we decided that looking at the space available, what we wanted to come out with and all those things, we decided to just start with 6 tanks.
6 tanks.
Yes, 6 tarpaulin ponds actually. As time went on, we've added some more, right, to serve other purposes. We've also had to put in certain things, put filters, borehole, and other things. Container to house the feed and all those other things. And what other things just to make it easier for us, and also to make sure that we make the needed returns that we expect. So in all, we're looking at around 60,000 Ghana cedis.
60,000?
Yes, yes. The truth is that yes, someone can say, look, you could have gotten this at a cheaper, right? Which is true, but we are very interested in quality as well. We didn't want to just go in for any kind of tarpaulin. One that you just run it for some few months and you start having issues and what have you. Or even the kind of bags that you use, whatever it is, we always want something of high quality. And we are very happy that look, we got that at good prices. So in short, that's how much we actually spent on the setup that we have. We have very big tanks that we store water in it. So when we pump it from the borehole, we store it there for it to settle before we push it into the various tarpaulin.
Okay, so the tarpaulins, how much do you say you had them, the ones you have?
It's been a while, but if I remember,
wasn't that? But you bought it, you imported it.
I actually got it from the one who trained me. They actually came from Nigeria.
Okay.
He got it, because he's been using his for more than 10 years.
Wow.
Yes, he's been using his tarpaulin, the system for more than 10 years. So yes, you get it. But the truth is that look, I've seen some on Facebook and other places, and the prices they put. Yes, it may look very cheap. You may want to go in for that. Well, you can, but I can't guarantee how long that will last. You get it ahead. So if he bought his and has been using it all this, I've seen it myself. I've been to his farm several times, seen it. The setup is still very intact. That made me to also go in for something similar. You get it ahead. So yeah, some of me try to set up lower than what we have, but I prefer to have something that wouldn't give me issues in no time.
Sure. So as he said, he did it on a big scale right from the beginning because of the training you had.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I know the initial farm I visited, the Catfish farm too, his wasn't that much of a huge setup. He was just starting. He began with the small septic tank, the white ones that he began with. So he also began from that phase on, and later, as he saw the success and knew how he was going about it, he later upgraded on the new skill. So yeah, if you get the opportunity to go for training, I think you can just go like that.
Yeah, sure.
So you know, you've learned about it, so you know how best you are going about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So another thing on my channel that I try to do is I try to encourage the youth out there, because recently, I think yesterday, I watched the video and it was serious. Like the youth unemployment in Ghana is crazy. There was a program that was organized at the conference center that they said they are giving jobs also, and the people went there and like I felt sad yesterday on the most serious. And one thing I do promote on my channel is to get more people to get involved in the whole farming thing. Because at times it doesn't cost that much to start. You understand? As you said, yours was the big setup. Someone might start with something small and like later learn and upgrade and later also make some returns on that. You get it? So that's what I try to also do. So if you say you have a message for the youth out there, those who are not finding it difficult to look for jobs and stuff, what would it be?
Well, it's unfortunate we're still battling with huge unemployment numbers. I also saw footage of
yeah, it was sad. I don't know how I would add it to the video, but it was really sad.
I saw footage of that. I wish something can be done about that as quickly as possible. That notwithstanding, probably I was in a position to go this big, right, to pump in that much money into the business. Some other people may not be able to do it. What I'll say is that, look, we all have friends, we have family members, and what have you, right? To start, probably you have to just contact some few people. This person has maybe some 5,000 cedis. This person has 2,000 cedis. This person has some 20,000 cedis. Identify, brainstorm with them, share the idea with them, agree on some form of partnership, right? Come together and start something small. You may not want to go into the same thing that I do, like do the actual farming. Yeah. It has its own value chain, right? You can decide that, okay, you can be a middleman. You can decide that, okay, when, let's say, we rear and when they are matured, for instance, you can take them and go and process. You can decide to smoke them. You can probably also set up some small joint where maybe you grill or what have you. You get it? You can also decide to even be a marketer for the project or for the farm. So you have to actually like do a bit more research, see where you can actually fit in, right? Because maybe you may not have the money. So once you identify that, then you can start. Instead of just sitting home and not doing anything, it's always better that at least you start from somewhere, and with time you improve on what to do, just as we've also done, right? And that I believe is very possible. People should be able to do it.
Sure. So, is catfish farming lucrative in Ghana?
You look at the numbers, and I'll say yes, very lucrative. The truth is that it isn't known compared to tilapia. That's like almost every Ghanaian knows about. It's actually picking up now. The Nigerians actually love it so much. It's something that yes. But the truth is that Ghanaians are also getting to know more about it in terms of its nutritional value, in terms of even the cost. It's far cheaper compared to tilapia, right? Tilapia is about 2 times the price of a standard catfish on the market. But then, if you really tried it before, you realize that it's very delicious, very delicious.
As I was speaking initially, I told you I had to purchase some food. It's been a week or so.
Yeah.
And 1 kg was 60 cedis. Where I bought it, I won't put the location, but it was 60 cedis. Yeah. And people are really making money.
Oh yeah. People are really making money. It's very lucrative business. You look at what goes into it, what you can get out of it. But then it also boils down on the processes you go through to you offload. You get it. You can take, like I said, you can take 1,000 fingerlings. If you don't know how to go about it, by the time you are ready to sell, you'll be left with 200. We've seen people complaining, people showing evidence of their bad experiences, and it's all because they didn't like go through the right channel. They didn't seek knowledge. They didn't get someone to actually coach them on how to go about some of these things. Because look, these are creatures that live in water, right? And depending on the kind of system that you have, right? Yes, there are three main systems. You're either doing earthing, like running them earthen ponds. You're either doing concrete or block, or you do the tarpaulin. And there are various reasons for yes, what goes into whether you do this or you do that, right? But from what I know, most farmers now are doing more of the tarpaulin system, right? Because sometimes of space, it's very mobile, right? You can just dismantle and relocate it somewhere. Probably you are living in someone's rented apartment. You have some space, so you can just arrange it. Now, for the concrete and the tarpaulin system, right? Those ones aren't that comparable to the earthen one, because the earthen one is more of a natural setting. Okay, so if you're raising them in tarpaulin, for instance, and they are not very careful, you could always have, yes, no, infections can actually happen in any of the systems, right? Yes, but you can have it more in the tarpaulin concrete, because that's not a natural setting, right? And you should know how you go about it. You get it. So if you don't know how to prevent it, if it should even happen, how do you handle it so that you don't lose your fishes, right? You will start, but just as time goes on, you'll be losing them. Aside that, these are creatures that engage in a lot of cannibalism. They feed on each other, right?
When they become bigger than the small ones.
Yes, they feed on each other. They just love protein, right? So maybe as a result of hunger, right? And because they're also very aggressive, right? Maybe just like even when we're children, you just see someone passing without even saying anything to you, just want to hit the person and all those kind of stuff. So they also behave just like human beings. So when they are very young, right, and you don't do like sorting, for instance, which must be periodic, so that you always have them, like you put those of the same size, the same pond. Because when we are the same, like almost everything is same, right? It prevents the kind, but it can't just come to me, maybe because you see me to be smaller, so you can just bully me or like just feed on or something. No, you can't do that. But when you don't do some of those things, by the time you realize, from 1,000 you have about 600, or you have about even 400, because they fed on each other. You get it. Infections could have also hit you, and you would have also lost so much, right? So these are some of the few things that, if you don't know, you don't even know how to go about it, you lose your investment. When infection hits, how do you go about it? We don't do, or let me put it this way, we do more of the natural stuff, the kind of medication or the treatment you give them from natural stuff. Don't do the chemical things. You get it. So, and having studied them very well, when there is any kind of infection, we know what kind of infection it is, or know what kind of treatment we should administer, how we should administer it, and get the result. Okay. You get it.
I think we'll look at the whole farm practice or farm management in a second video. Okay. So you educate us more, and share some bit of knowledge about how you go about it. Yeah. So one thing I also ask is the market, because I get questions that people probably are also into catfish, but they're not getting people to purchase what they are doing. How do you go about it? How can you advise them how probably they can also get into contact with some people who are interested in purchasing some of their catfish?
Well, I also get that come up a number of times from the various platforms that I'm a member of. The truth is that it's quite tough for now, and also given when I started, just around the COVID, that's when COVID hit. right? You know for a very long time the restaurants and other potential buyers, right, haven't really been in active business. Even we as individuals, how much money do you have to spend on some of this or that? So yes, market hasn't been that great as we expected, but that notwithstanding, we always have to find a way to go around it. The bottom line is that it boils down on relationships. You first of all have to identify, right, and keep going back to the people. Make sure you're in contact with them. Yes, you may go to someone you see to be operating a very big restaurant or a pub or whatever it is, point and kill joint and all those kind of. They may also have their own suppliers, right? But that shouldn't deter you. You should just keep going back, talking to them. Try to understand what your competitors are doing. Because if not, right, assuming if your competitors are giving it to them at 2 cities, and you go there and want to give it to them at 5 cities, it won't work. You get it? So what strategy do you embark on? Do you maybe give them something that will actually get them to buy? Do you look at reducing the price? Do you look at maybe using the sizes? Because maybe they may be getting from places that they are not getting like very big sizes, but you come in and giving them very big sizes. You should just be able to work around it. But I think it's mainly relationship, especially in times like this. You get it. And also, supply is very important. You should try as much as possible to always get it to them. They shouldn't call and you don't have, or you are not able to supply on time and all those things. So it's quite a big thing that you have to actually spend some time to understand, and then you should be able to unravel that.
Sure. So I think we'll end the first part here, then we'll go to the catfish farm to look at what you do, so you educate us on what you do. But on the market, there are more point and kill joints, there are more issues that are coming up, mainly that you do catfish. So if you are considering entering into catfish and looking for market, is that lucrative that when you get involved in it, you can make substantial returns out of it? Yeah. So we'll end the first part of the video here. We are going to have a look at the catfish farm itself. Trust me, you'll be blown away. The size of catfish I'm seeing here is crazy. So we would have a look at the setup, look at what it does, and yeah, we'll educate you guys. So kindly stick and stay. Catch you in the next video, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye.